Michelle. They can do scary movies, right? You know what I mean? You go visit a cabin up in upstate New York and there's no one for miles around. There's no signal. Like that kind of area. Oh my goodness. Hi, Geneva. Gracias, gracias, gracias. Geneva, I know you pray a lot. I'm going to need your prayers. Please, please. There's something very important today. Please, please. I hope you and your family are doing good. 12 degrees in Ohio. Oh my goodness. I hope everybody's staying warm. Hi, yeah, I thought so, Christine. Many times, I need at least 4 days. At least 4 days where I can go somewhere remote. I'll take my thesaurus as a book. I don't need internet. I just need my computer to type. So I can just refine my book. Like my book. And I often thought about that. But I was like, no. I can't go there by myself. Are you kidding? I'd be scared every night, I think. No. Mm-mm. Like whoever's with me they can have a phone. Maybe they're like, don't bother me though, right? But they can have a phone. You know? Yeah. Central California, it's gonna be 31 tonight. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Edna. Thank you. Gracias. Hi there, Miss Janet Polk. I haven't seen you in a long time. Chicago is how. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Laura Perez. ¿Cómo estás? Uvalde is how many degrees? I see you, Uvalde. 49 degrees in Uvalde. For the rest of my life, prayers to you, to your city, to your community. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gracias, gracias. Christine says, like you, I love wearing red, and I read an article that states how people react to you based on the color you're wearing. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes. White is innocence. Blue is like justice. Right? I wear a lot of blue to court. Lots of blue. Lots of blue. Red is power. I wear a lot of red to court. A lot of red to court. A lot of red to court. Yes. The green is like peaceful and abundance. You know. Yellow is like friendly and hospitable. Sheila Bailey says, hey pretty lady, you had me dying last night after your live. I was still laughing. The one tooth got me. I had to show my husband. He didn't believe me. They were close to your age. Okay, let me go ahead and mention that first, because that's what I was going to do. I'm going to give you all an update. So I have a little bit of a drive. Will y'all go on a drive with me? If you don't mind. Let me take off my Wi-Fi. So, my name is Vanessa Tijerina, and you would not be seeing me on this video were it not for what happened to me literally 10 years ago. I didn't even use social media. I had to survive this one person from the public who set their sights on me, their hateful sights, after I helped my best friend survive her. I had never done that like that on social media, but I had to. And then my two sons needed justice, and then my little small community. I love you all in my community, by the way. Whenever I talk about I don't need to be friends with you fucking people, it's all the families that talk shit about me. You know what I mean, Raymondville. You know what I mean, Raymondville. You know what I mean, Lyford. You know what I mean, Sebastian. You know what I mean, Port Mansfield. You know what I mean, San Perlita. You know what I mean, La Sara. You know what I mean. Those are all the cities in my county. They know what the fuck I mean. Because half of the county gets justice and the other half doesn't. But the ones that were the loudest haters were the ones that were the friends and relatives and la 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 of the ones getting justice and of the ones in charge of giving everyone justice. Right? But instead, they were using their agencies as tools of harassment, intimidation, bad stuff. Bad stuff. I will always go back to when all this started. I will always go back to this. We had a municipal court judge that was also a police officer in the only municipality, the same municipality. No one in the county said a damn thing. No one did. No one did for years. No one did. Everybody didn't see nothing wrong with that. People that are lawyers in the county didn't see nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. How can you see nothing wrong with that? Especially if your clients. How can you see nothing wrong with that? How come we didn't see more recusals? You know, especially if your clients, you were representing your clients at the municipal level, how come there weren't more recusals of that judge? Knowing that he's an officer alongside the officers in the same department that are trying to find your client guilty. What I'm trying to tell y'all is that's how much of a blind eye people looked away from this shit. So I've been needing to clarify that, and I've been forgetting about it. But to all of you people in all of the cities that I just mentioned in Willacy County, you know, I've lived there my whole life. And many of you have too. Most of you have. You know, because you're my silent supporters from where I come from. You're my silent supporters. Yeah, your families have received injustice and from the lowest degree to the highest degree of injustice. Because you're not part of the compadres. You're not part of the prims. The primos, cousins. It's the truth. I don't care. So whenever you hear me, right? Whenever you hear me, Sebastian, Santa Monica, Lyford, Raymondville, again, Port Mansfield, La Sara, Raymondville, when you hear me speak of those fucking people in my community, I'm not talking about my supporters. I'm not talking about the people that have been in the same situation as me. No. I'm talking about those motherfuckers that probably came after your family. Not as big as they did in my, at me, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Talking shit on the Facebook, trying to drag your name through the mud, all because you're trying to seek justice. And, the person that you're seeking justice against happens to be related or have family with the people that are in. Those are the motherfuckers I'm talking about. Yeah. So I just wanted to clear that up. Okay? That's it. I just want to clear that up. I just want to clear that up. Hi, Hi there, Melissa. How are you? Hi, Caroline. How are you? How are you? So this is kind of like a survival video, right? And I need all your prayers. I need all your prayers because something very important is going to happen this afternoon. I need your prayers, please. Okay? So then, I wanted to give you an update on my haters. So along the way of me trying to get justice and everything, they saw that I was being really successful. Every time I put my mind to it, I'm going to be successful. It's going to happen. And they underestimated me. I'm not even kidding. The good old boy system in my county severely underestimated my survivability. They literally had no idea what they were. They had no idea whose rights they were violating. They had no idea. No idea. Right? But you know what's the funny thing? I told them. I told them. I started making videos like this and I started saying, y'all don't know who you're fucking with. I know that y'all think that I'm like a nerd and stuff, but y'all really don't know who you're fucking with. Y'all really don't know who you're fucking with. I said it like that. And I guess that kind of attitude or that kind of confidence, right? It you know, because it's a rural county. It's a bunch of cowboys and cowboy families that think they're real tough. And they are. But you don't have to be riding a horse to be tough. No. A lot of times, somebody like me can just survive a bunch of you motherfuckers since I was like in fucking kindergarten. You know? Steel sharpens steel. I don't know what to tell you. Right? And above all that, you didn't know what was in here. You didn't. You didn't. Everybody that was in a position of power thought that they were smarter. They were more clever. Everything. And whenever they could not discredit me, it was 1 arrest, 2 arrests, 3. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. Yeah. That's why my opposition, and yeah, I have opposition, because all along the way, I would have inappropriate people from the public think, well, I'm gonna go get my, I'm a badass, and I'm gonna go and harass her, and I'm gonna go tell her, and I survived all of them. Every single person that has ever come to my page to do nonsense, survived them all. Survived them all. The ones with the biggest egos and the most dangerous ones have grouped together and have made their own pages. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even exaggerating, not even a little bit. It's the truth. Yeah. So, I say that because I'm going to give you an update on 2 big haters, and it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing because my story is a very serious story. It's like this mom was just living her life with her family, and she literally was just trying to get justice for her children. That's literally all she was doing. That's all she was doing. And they arrested her this many times, probably made her the most prosecuted woman in America. No joke. They continued on some of the cases even though they had absolute proof that they needed to stop the prosecution. You'll see later. All I have is what I'm saying now. My haters are recording this. All I've ever had is to know that what the shit that I am saying, what I am saying, my message is gonna ring true even years later. It fucking has to, because that's my credibility. That's all I've ever had. Literally. And everybody wants to say, well, everybody has an opinion, and everybody has an opinion. People from my community were actually getting mad at me because I wouldn't let them talk shit to me on my own page. I'm not even kidding. Well, you block everybody. Like, if I'm going to let you come into my space in real life or on social media and just harass me because you want to, and you're going to get mad at that? Right? So that's why some of them formed their own platforms, but none of them has been more successful than mine. None of them. Not even close. Not even close. They didn't have the ability, well, they didn't have this. They didn't have the ability to articulate themselves to the necessary level of degree that their opinion mattered more than mine. Even that sentence right there would discombobulate their mind. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. What is she talking about? I don't understand. So she must be crazy. It must be me, right? It cannot possibly be your level of education, your ability to understand any cognitive deficits that you may have in your own mind, because, these are not, these were all people that were judging me that literally had such strong cognitive dissonance that they truly believed that whenever they encountered a human being that they could not understand, that the problem had to be within the human being and not their level of comprehension. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. It's true. But the thing is, I was 37 years old when this happened. When they gave me my first arrest, I was 37 years old. So that's almost 40 years of dealing with a bunch of morons. Almost 40 years of dealing with morons. At every stage of my life. That's more than practice. That's like you made me a master at surviving bullshit. For real. So along the way, I had a lot of people, varying degrees of minds. Right? And I understood it's hard for a lot of people to go live because a lot of people will come to you and you don't know if somebody's coming over here to try to mess with you, and literally they have been diagnosed with some kind of mental illness and they're untreated, or they're undertreated, or they haven't been diagnosed yet. Because I live in the poorest area of the nation, which is also the most undereducated area of the nation, which also creates circumstances that probably if I were to guess, we have a higher population of mental illness that has not even been diagnosed compared to the rest of the United States. Just because of all of the statistics combined. Right? Jennifer Sanchez says, why is it Texas seem to make their own rules? Time and time again, I see how their system is crooked, yet people talk shit about California. Oh, honey, they have labeled me California forever. Don't California my Texas. Please. Don't California my Texas. I'm not even kidding. They do not like my kind of mentality where I come from. And out of all the counties, the most two rural counties, right? The ones that are not so rural are Cameron County and Hidalgo County, but the ones that are very, very rural and the most removed from the rest of society here in this area are Starr County and Willacy County. Starr County is further removed, more rural. So Willacy County is a little bit more, closer, and so, people think that they're real tough shit. I mean, yeah, you are. But so am I, because I had to survive all you motherfuckers. It's 40 years that I survived all of you bitches. Come on. For real. How can you think that just because I decided that when I become an adult, I'm just going to go ahead and not be the rebellious teenager that I was in high school? I mean, it's still there. It's still there. Right? Don't even get me started, ma'am. Miss from California, don't even get me started. The bullying for me started whenever I read Rachel Carson's Silent Spring in the summer before 3rd grade. Talk about a California issue. That book became college reading material. And I read that before the 3rd grade. So the kids could not understand what I was trying to tell them, that it matters how we treat animals, even bugs and insects. And how we shouldn't be using insecticides and shit like that. Well, you know that's when all the bullying really started. Like, for real. Simply because I was trying to put that important message out there. But if there was ever a California issue, that is one of them. That right there is one of them. Environmental issues. Right? It's only now here recently that Texas has had almost 300 earthquakes. It took that long. For real. For them to finally care about environmental issues. It's not until the ground started quaking underneath, you know, East Texas, North Texas, you know, West Texas. And they were like, whoa, what's this? Oh, it's the effects of environmental. You're messing with the environment. When you take stuff out from underneath the Earth's crust and you leave it empty, what do you think's going to happen with that empty space underneath the Earth's crust? It's going to move. It's going to move. It's going to move. Anyway, right? Those are videos. Each one of those things that I just said are videos that could be their own video. But I'm letting you know that if you're annoyed with me by now, that's your fucking problem. I don't care. You can leave. I really don't care. I really don't care. And I'm not going to entertain any kind of discussions because nobody's going to change my mind on anything that I've already set my mind to unless you come to me with statistical data that literally is imperative to the subject matter. And I would have to look at it and read it and be like, you know what? My mind needs to change on this issue. That's just not going to happen here. Especially not from a hater. So by this time, you either love me or you hate me. That's it. There's no in between with me. There really isn't. There really isn't. And it's been like that my whole life, so I'm already used to it. I'm already used to it. I'm already used to it. There was never an in between. People either really, really, really were fond of me or they couldn't stand me. No, we don't need no Josie here. Don't, you know, we don't need that. Does this really sound like a human being that's going to entertain a Josie? I mean, it's the middle of my work day, right? Maybe if I had like a whole afternoon, and you know, y'all have seen me when I'm able to be on here for a long, long time, right? I'll poke around with the Josie. For real. I'll poke her like, you know, when you want to go see an opossum, if it's alive or not, I'll do that. If I want to. But ain't no Josie or no Josie's cousins or no Josie's sister cousins is going to come over here and think that they're going to get their way on this live video. That's just not going to happen. Okay. Thank you. So you're either going to come over here and you're going to make trouble and you're going to feel bad about it. That's what leads me to the update on those 2 haters that I told y'all about. So I have about 4 hate pages that have been opened up. You have Manny with the, it's called Manny with the behind the mic. But I call him Manny behind the micro penis. Because he's literally a man that has been judging me for the last 4 years. Right. And then there's 3 white hate pages. And before I go on right after this, I want to thank all of my supporters, all of the people that have, all of the ones that have shown me nothing but kindness, and y'all are white. I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you so damn much. Thank you so much for not being like your sister cousins. Thank you so much for not being... Thank you so much for choosing a lack of hate and kindness and just saying no to hate. Because in America, it is so easy as a white person to choose hate. It's so easy. And people will just be like, oh, okay, well, you know. I'm being serious. So, two of those ladies, why are they white hate pages? Because they only target poor whites and Hispanics. Ain't that true, hate pages? I called you out for the first time on that last night. They only, if you are a page that streams women and the majority of the people of the comments are hateful, and the majority of the people making those hateful comments and the majority of the followers of that page are white, overwhelming, nearly 100%. And the content is women that are poor whites and Mexicans, because you're not going to do that to blacks, because blacks will come for you. We know it. We know it. The moderators of those pages don't show their faces. They don't. They don't. One targets just me, but there's other ones that targets me and other women. But they will never ever stream a black woman, ever, because they're too scared. Because it ain't the antebellum times no more. You can't do that no more, right? Can you imagine? Yeah, you're too scared, because black America will come for you. So in the meantime, what they do is they stream poor white women and Mexicans, because that's how they are. And they can't deny it. They can't deny it, because what other excuse do you have for not streaming a black woman? No excuse other than you're a bunch of pussies. Right? Now, a lot of white women think that they can come over here, and I don't know why they think that. I don't know if it's their entitlement. I don't know what it is. It's like, I'm not spending your money. What I'm doing here is my business. You came to me. And then they get mad because I don't even know who they are. I didn't know who that KK was. I didn't know who the fuck she was. I didn't know who Sarah Parker was. But what did they do? They came to my page. They came to my page with their white hate. They did. Don't tell me you're white. Don't tell me you're Italian. Just because you married an Italian doesn't make you white. Doesn't make you not white. Because that KK tries to use that. I'm Italian. I don't think so, ma'am. I think that you were married at one point to an Italian. Right? All four of your grandparents naturally are white. So don't start that shit. But all along the way, I've had people that just don't like me. They don't like me because maybe they're not a conventional beauty. Neither am I. Neither am I. Neither am I. But I'm not as unpleasant to look at as they would like me to be. No joke. So it bothers them. It bothers them that I'm not as ugly as they want me to be. It bothers them greatly. Their excuses, those excuses for them to hate are, she thinks she's beautiful. She thinks she's so beautiful. They don't know that I think that about myself. But they see you all making those compliments, and ain't nobody complimenting them, so it bothers their egos. And so then they're gonna hate me. Don't even listen to this Tracy Lynn. They always come over here not showing their faces. And the ones that come over here showing their faces, immediately when you click on the profile picture, we all can surmise that it's an overabundance of confidence. Because, oh my God. But we could just imagine Tracy Lynn sitting around in her britches somewhere. All mad, making her hateful comments right now. I'm bothered. I'm bothered. Anyway, I'm so unbothered, I'm not even gonna block her. Anyway, so along the way, other people started hitting me. And remember one time I told y'all that, well, there was a point in time where I was trying to tell police, well, this kind of man's coming after me and telling me this stuff, and they wouldn't take my police reports. Like, I'm not even kidding. And so it all led to December the 24th of 2020, and I was ambushed. I was lured to a location. The hate pages will tell you whatever kind of bullshit to validate my 3-hour torture of just my face. I'm not even kidding. And the district attorney is going to want to convince the whole world that it was just those young adults in the room. But those young adults in the room aren't going to care about me looking in a live stream saying, promise you're not going to do no more live videos. Those young kids in the room they did not give a shit about me doing live videos. But you know who did, right? We all know who did, right? Older, more sophisticated, known haters of mine with monies. Yeah. So I had that tragedy, right? And you all saw my face. You all saw my face. Well, I don't know if some of y'all haven't heard me explain this, because I think I've only said it once in a video, maybe twice, I think. Some people that hate me have their own tragedies that they went through, and they are literally trying to compete tragedies with me. I'm not even kidding. I'm not 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 kidding. KK is one of those. Yeah, because when I survived her the first time 3 years ago, when she came over here to cause mess, and then she joined forces with that evil lady Ofelia Moreno, I'm being serious. That lady is the #1 suspect in my mind. She has the #1. She is the one with the biggest motive on the planet to ruin my face. And local people that follow my story know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, we're not going to go into that right now, but that's the case, right? So KK went over there to join forces. They all do. Everybody that comes over here goes to join forces with the white hate group, or that Ofelia Moreno, or Manny with the micro penis. They all do. All of them. All of them. The white hate page, it just targets me, and also the white hate page that targets only Mexicans and poor whites because they're too afraid of Black America to come and, kick their ass on social media. And it's the truth. So, KK was one of those. And so when I survived KK, when I survived her, she started to act like a victim, like they always do. You came to my fucking page to try to degrade me. You did not come to my page to be my friend. You did not come to my page to give me blessings. You did not come to my page to try to understand me. You came to my page to degrade me. Okay. So then she says, like she did today on her post, that's the one with the one tooth. The one that's 1 year older than me. That's the one that was like, this is how she competed me with tragedies. How I didn't even know that was a thing. And if you go to that hateful page, and I showed y'all the link, you see her saying, I underwent real head injuries. She's competing head injuries with me. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. I had my head cracked open like an egg. I had real head injuries. You all think I'm exaggerating, but the people that follow me know that when I dramatize something like that, I'm not over dramatizing. That is exactly what was said. I'm not kidding. not kidding. You can go right now if you want, because I'm going to be live for a little bit. If you want to, go and check and come right back and be like, oh my God, Vanessa, you're right. Yes, I know, I'm right. I am right. So it's like, okay. So you want to compete tragedies with me, so that means that you can come over to my page and talk shit to me, and then all of a sudden become my mortal enemy because I survived you so fucking strongly that it literally changed your mind chemically. For real, I became the #1 thing in your life. One look at your hate page lets everybody know she's not lying. Vanessa's not lying. That she is absolutely upset. She wakes up thinking of Vanessa. She goes to sleep thinking of Vanessa. Go to her page. Go to her page. So the update on her, right? After she saw that, you know, here in the last 2 days, I've been pushing back fiercely. I don't know what the fuck Sarah Parker thought. We'll get to her right now. But KK already knew, I knew who she was, but then I pulled a Manny with the micro penis on her. You see, that man, I had never really looked into anything. And then 3 weeks ago or whenever, when I was wearing a red dress, you can look on the timeline, I decided to go ahead and research his background while on live video with y'all. My audience saw it at the same time I saw it for the first time. And let's just say that that man has no business judging anybody. Selling Avon, judging me for everything with the arrest that you have and all those bankruptcies, no real job to speak of. And then you left Chicago under weird circumstances. Like if you came to hide out in the RGV. I mean, I'm serious. I'm serious. And these arrests were through his life. You know, it didn't just start when he was trying to get justice. It's not the same. Right? So because I had already done that with that one, I saw this little KK trying to get real, you know, getting real big for her britches, right? With the hate. And I was like, well, let me look into this one. It's even worse than Manny's. It's even worse than Manny's. And I don't care if she's on there trying to show pictures of when she was younger saying, I have no lapse in time of any. Well, no, you kind of do. You kind of do. There's only really pictures of you now and pictures of when you were real young. She's literally trying to convince everybody, no, I wasn't in jail for organized crime. I have nothing to do with 8 years in TDC, which is the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. Talking shit about me on a hate page, creating a hate page with that shit. Riff fucking raff. Riff raff. Scrap it. If those people are judging me, and then they get mad when I survive them. Like Manny with the mic was there, you know, on Sarah Parker's page, and like a fucking vieja, like that Manny with the micro penis he is such a pussy. Like, I'm being serious. If a pussy was a human, it would be him. I'm being serious. I'm being serious. And completely unrefined, too. Not even a trimmed one or anything. Just all wily, willy-nilly. For real. Y'all think y'all are real funny. I mean, y'all thought y'all were real funny. Y'all thought y'all were so funny with your little videos and everything, right? That's another thing. I didn't start being my authentic self because it's like I was there a survivor surviving, and it wasn't until March of 2023 that I decided, you know what, Vanessa, fuck everything. Just be who the fuck you are. Because you have all these hate pages talking shit about you, and you're going to ask for, you know, jury trials and everything. All you have to do is just go on and just be your authentic self. Well, my authentic self happens to be hella funny. Hella funny. And my humor comes from my observational skills. If I see something a certain way, well, I'm going to say that's how I see it. So then I put out that little video that I put out, which was on Saturday or Sunday, right, about KK, and now she's all booty hurt on her page saying, I've suffered real head injuries, literally trying to say that the head injuries that I suffered were nothing, right? My head injuries are so bad that police officers should never be doing field sobriety tests that require me to do this. And I'll prove that. Watch. So, then this little Sarah Parker made her own page. Now, Sarah Parker was a hater that started to hate on me with an anonymous profile. Sarah Parker has always been anonymous. Always. For years already. For years. Sarah Parker created her profile in December of 2016. That's how long Sarah Parker has been hating on me. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding. Since 2016. She did the same thing that KK tried doing, and that all the other ones, and that this one right here tried doing right now that I don't even care about because I forgot about it the minute that I noted it. And they're vile. So here recently, I guess she saw the rise of, Ofelia Moreno, and the rise of, Manny with the micro penis, and the rise of all of these hate pages, the white hate page that targets just me, and then the other white hate page that Sarah thought that she was hot shit in her britches too. And she thought that she was just gonna go ahead and be like, well, I'm gonna go full force. And I'm like, you know what, let me look into you. The problem though is that she would never post a picture with her face. Never. Right? But then her ego got so big and overinflated that she decided to do one of those AI kind of like really filtered pictures of herself. I'm a nurse. I've been a nurse since 1998. That's almost 30 years of observational skills. I'm gonna notice every little thing first of all. Let's just start right there. Let's start right there. I have ADHD and I'm on the spectrum. Details. I'm gonna notice them details. I'm gonna notice them details. Right? Puzzles. Favorite. I love them. I love them. You want to try to like, smoke and mirrors me. I'm not the one. Don't do that because I love puzzles. I love solving things that look hard to find the conclusion of, or the origin of, or whatever of. Right? So, here lately, like I said, she got so hot shit big in her britches that she decided to post a picture like that, the one that I showed y'all last night. Right? And also, I'm a biologist. Oh, they hate that shit. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. They hate that I'm a nurse. They hate that I'm a certified legal assistant. I'm a paralegal. Like, literally, I got the certificate. I went to school for it. When they started doing this shit to me is when I did that. I was like, I really need to understand what they're doing to me. So let me go ahead and just become certificated as a paralegal. And they don't like that shit. I'm being serious. They hate all that shit. And it's true. It's my true life. They hate that I say I'm a biologist, but I have my credentials. I have a BS in chemistry and biology. They don't like that. So obviously, if you're trained in the scientific method, you're going to notice details. On top of that, you've been a nurse for 30 years, right? So I saw that, look at her. And so I started looking in the comments, and sure enough, she was like, maybe 20 years ago I looked like that, right? And I was like, okay, well, I saw the birthmark on her nose, and then I saw next to the birthmark there was an indentation that she had on her nose that she didn't have on the other side. And then I saw the neck. I knew the neck gave it away. The neck absolutely gave it away, because the picture in the face made it seem like it was like a 20 to 30 something year old, but the neck gave it away. The neck gave it away completely, right? So I was like, okay. Because before then, I really couldn't, you know, even if I searched for Sarah Parker, the way that I, you know, found out about KK stuff and the way that I found out about Manny with the micro penis and stuff, I couldn't really search for a Sarah Parker. I needed more information. Well, God was on my side. God was on my side. And this is how God was on my side. So I saw that stupid ass picture, right? And I was like, right? Let me just, it was the first attempt. The very first attempt. The very first one. And I go in there and I'm like, Sarah Parker, Texas. It was the first Sarah Parker. It was the first Sarah Parker. But I was like, wait a minute. This one says his shoes are 40 something. Well, let's keep going, right? So when I get to the social media part, I click on there. And there, lo and behold, is her whole Facebook. The real Facebook. With her husband and her family. You know, that they have, you know, she has a mixed kind of family. Well, there's one black person that's married, I guess, to somebody in their family. I'm saying this shit because I know she's watching me, thinking that I'm full of shit. I'm not full of shit. I'm not full of shit. I mean, how do you think I found your fucking pictures, right? And so then I'm looking at the profile picture and I'm like, that's the same waddle on the neck also. And that's the same fucking birthmark. And that's the same indentation on the same side of the nose. I found Sarah Parker. So, I already told you the way that KK, you know, KK already made a little video saying, so I guess I'm an ugly, mean potato. And she made a shitty ass, lame, literally lame little video about an angry looking potato. Because I told y'all last night that my haters fall into a few major categories. And it's the truth. They either look like, put the lotion on the skin. You know, the raggedy, you know, riffraff ones, right? Or real put together Nelly Olsen types. Like, I'm going to be a Nelly Olsen type of bitch to you. Right? Okay? And then the ones that just look like potato faces. It's true. So, KK already did her stupid little video, right? About potato faces. And so it makes her feel better. It gives her therapeutic, you know, relief, you know, whatever, right? But I'm still going to talk shit. I'm still going to push back against that. It's a whole, you're doing this on a whole page that's dedicated with bullshit about me. You're trying so hard to change the opinions and minds of anybody. You want to introduce me or change the minds of people that already know of me, or introduce me in the way that you want them to see me. Of course I'm going to talk about your shitty page. Abso-fucking-lutely. What are you thinking? I don't care what a badass you think you are. I don't care. I've survived badasses in political positions. What's a fucking KK compared to a DA, a district attorney? Pish posh, right? So, back to Sarah Parker. So how did Sarah Parker react? We already know that KK this morning, you know, was like, well, I actually, you know, trying to compete with head injuries, trying to make herself seem real, you know, pobrecita, real innocent. Like, it's like, bitch, please. You came to me acting like a badass 3 years ago, and I survived the fuck out of you. And it hurt you that I had the nerve to survive you like that. And you want the rest of the world to believe that I was the first human being in your whole fucking entire life that you were being a bitch to? No. 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 You lived a whole life of being a bitch to people, which is the reason why you thought that you could come over here and do that to me. People who are nice and wholesome don't suddenly decide to be assholes with me. No, it's only the ones that have lived an entire life and had a trail of fucking victims because they've been fucking angry potato faces and witchy looking cauldron ones, I forgot to mention that one, or fucking Nelly Olsen's their whole fucking lives. Nobody has ever come to me, and you're not going to make me believe that I'm the first one that you've been hateful to. No. Right? So that's how she reacted. So she's there on her page trying to be like, well, I guess, I'm a potato face and I'm going to do a little potato face video and yeah, and I'm going to say, and I'm going to compete with head injuries with her and hopefully everybody will not think about how the fuck I started all this bullshit on myself and I should have just never gone over there to try to be hateful with her because that's how it started. Sarah Parker, how does she react? So, all I did was say, I'm going to leave this right here. Because I knew that she was going to come over here lurking on my page like she does all the time. And I wanted to see how I could just, man, I wish I could have been right there to see her reaction when she saw her fucking face. Her catfish picture in the middle of her two other pictures. Right? I wish I could have been right there in the room and seen her reaction. And all I did was, that's all that was in the caption. I'm just going to leave this right here. That's all I did. Right? So, this is how she reacted. She writes on her hey page, I'm so sorry. I am the girl in the middle. The others are not me. And I apologize to, for the misinformation or who that woman is. Bitch, it's you. It's you. It's you. Because not even a few hours later, and this was today this morning, not even a few hours later, she's like, okay, I have to confess, I'm the one on the right. I'm the one on the left. No, you're the one on both of them. Just because you look not as bad as the one as the other one. It's fucking you. What are you doing? It's you. It's you. You're not fooling anybody. And somebody commented saying, I think we all already knew that was you in all three pictures. Somebody actually fucking told her. They actually told her this. You don't want to took screenshots of all that shit, right? They actually told her, I think we all knew that, with the little emoji that's like, come on now, right? And it says, honesty is the best, and once you start with the lies, people don't take you seriously. That's what they told her. And it's the fucking truth. It's the truth. I mean, how much of a unsophisticated hater do you have to be to literally try to convince the world that, yeah, you're not, first of all, that you're not those two ladies, even those two ladies literally have the same mole and indentation in their nose and this middle part between their eyes. Both pictures are like the catfishing one. First of all. And then you want to confess to being just one of them when literally all the same facial features are on the other one. Yeah, you lost some weight between that one and that one, but both pictures are still you. They're both still you. They're both still you. So, that's it with that. I just wanted to give you all a little bit of update. And I say this because don't be wasting your time coming over here. Like right now, I haven't even looked at any hateful comments, but we know that I did address one of them. And I just don't do that. I mean, you're just going to waste your time, right? And if I decide to deal with you, because in my mind, don't think I'm just dealing with some hater coming to my page. No, I think of all the victims that you've had your entire fucking life. And my mouth waters at the thought of dealing with you in a way that your previous victims have never been able to deal with you. I'm not kidding. Those are my favorites. Those are my favorite bullies to deal with. To humble a fucking bully, oh, that's like a sport for me. It is. I cannot help it. I can't help. To humble a bully is a fucking sport for me. It's a sport for me. Because I don't think of what you did to me because that doesn't matter. What I think of is all of the people that weren't as strong as me, whose lives you affected ever since they were children. Probably doing mean ass shit to them that affected their minds into adulthood. Limiting the belief of themselves, limiting their confidence and limiting their opportunities in their life because of those things. So that's it about that, right? Right. Thank you. Gracias, gracias. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. And to the other white hate pages saying she terrorizes her own community, shut the fuck up. Half my county knows exactly the position that I'm in because they or a loved one has been in the same fucking position. Probably even worse. Some people actually got put in fucking prison when they shouldn't have been put in prison. Some people have had family members whose deaths have they've not been unsolved. They've been unfucking investigated. I'm not kidding. They've been unfucking investigated. And if you were to speak to those family members, they're going to reiterate my words. They're not going to agree with you. The only people that are going to agree with you is the most hateful ones out of the county. And shit, I didn't give a damn when I was a little kid. I didn't give a damn when this shit started when I was 37 years old. And I certainly don't give a damn right now. And they all know it because I see all their hateful asses when I go to the local HEB or I go to the post office or I'm putting gas and they don't say a fucking word to me. All right. So, y'all, if you all are women that have been affected, even if you're white women, right, that have been affected by your fucking sister cousins that are assholes, really, honestly, try to do some shadow work on yourselves. So that you have the ability to get over that shit that they did to you back then and literally transform your life and become the person that you were always meant to be, were it not for these hateful white sister cousins. I'm serious. Don't let the riffraff stop you. For real. Don't do it. Anyway, I have something very important. I'm going to meet with somebody very important today. And if you all can please send me prayers, please, 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 right? This is for, justice in the court system. Okay. I'm not going to tell you exactly what, obviously, right? But yeah, I don't know. Annette, that's the DA. When the fuck are you going to learn? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And I'll deal with your fucking family whenever you get disbarred and shit like that. That's not my problem. That's not my problem. That's your problem. Okay? Yeah. I'm being serious. Anyways, I love y'all so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Gracias, gracias, gracias. Let me go ahead and get rid of this. Let me get rid of this. What's this? Let me look for little haters here. Good afternoon, everybody. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Cara de papa. Stop it. It's true though. It's true. Pinches cara de papa. Anyways, thank you, Donna Lockwood. You see white hate pages? You see these white people that are here that actually are evolved? They're not riffraff. Like, you chose to be riffraff. You chose to continue to be hurt people that have hurt other people. And I'm not saying that these people, it's even more awesome that these white folks that are over here, I'm sure that they have been hurt in their lifetimes, but they chose not to be the monsters and turn into the monsters that may have hurt them. Not y'all motherfuckers. Not the rest of you. You want to be over there terrorizing everybody just to make your britches all happy, please, right? Donna Lockwood is one of them. She says, anybody with eyes can see you got beat. Also, what the fuck do they think? You beat yourself? LOL. Some people are not happy until they bring everybody down. They don't have a life for sure. Yeah, that's exactly what they want. That's exactly what they want. Listen, haters, look. They get mad because they don't see me crying. If I'm wearing a dress and I'm doing a live video or I post pictures that I was somewhere, they want to say, look at her, but she doesn't do that much effort towards fighting for her daughters, as if you can be fighting in the court system for 24 hours a day, first of all, right? And just to add to what I said the other day when I was wearing my gray dress, and I said, nothing fucking matters but what my children, all four of them, grow up to know that when they came to mom with something very important, their mother fucking listened. And their mother fucking believed them. Right? And on top of that, let me go ahead and give you a little bit of science and research. These haters want to see me. They don't like that I'm not suffering in the way they want to see me suffering. They don't. They don't want me to have any joy in my life. They don't. It bothers them. It bothers them. And I don't give a fuck what they say, because this matters right here, right here, right here. The quality of life of a child, the number one thing, go look it up if you don't believe me. The number one thing, the number one indicator to maximize the potential that a child will grow into their best version of themselves possible is one thing and one thing only. It depends on the happiness of their mom. Go fucking look it up. Go look it up. In fact, let me see if I can find one, a report, just real quick, just to shut your asses up, because I know you're gonna say, that's not true. Watch. Watch. It won't be long. Here we go. Results from a long-term study of households suggest that a mother's happiness in her partnership or in her life is more important to the child than the father's. In an early part of the study, researchers asked young people aged between 10 and 15 years old how satisfied they were with their lives. The findings indicated that a mother's happiness in her partnership or her life is more important to the child than the father's. The findings were based on a sample of 6,441 women, 5,384 men, and 1,268 young people. And there's more research than this. There's more. No, Sarah Parker did not delete her page. Well, let me look. Sarah Parker didn't delete her page. She just blocked all of you. No, her shitty page is still here. It's right here. It's right here. In this phone, I'm logged into the other profile that nobody knows that I am. But yeah, it's right here. Yeah. Let me put research. Research. So whenever I am not as unhappy as they want me to be, whenever they keep me leveling the fuck up and leveling the fuck up and leveling the fuck up, because I have leveled up I don't know how many times, and I'm going to keep on leveling up because I'm nowhere close to my highest self. I'm nowhere close to the highest version of myself. And you can run with that if you want haters. I don't care what you mean. You know that I mean the highest frequency, the highest vibrating frequency, but whatever, you're not that, you know. Anyway. There we go. It's right here. This is that. It's called The Impact of Motherhood. It's called The Impact of Motherhood on the Course of Women's Psychological Well-Being. The results of this study were that motherhood status has a significant medium effect on psychological well-being of their offspring. In fact, it has the most significant effect, specifically happiness. There is research showing that the full context of a woman's life, such as involuntary life events affecting happiness or age of children, affecting a comprehensive representation of possible co-founders and mediating factors, all matter. Thank you. Yeah, she changed her profile picture. She changed it. Like a pussy. But, you know, now people know who she is. And it's like, why don't you just go hate from your profile? Why? Because because if you go to Sarah Parker's profile, she looks like she's this wholesome, you know, white lady. Not the evil person running her other hate page. I'm not kidding. Yeah. Oh my God. And then I saw a hater. You know, I put a little sampling on my post this morning of different kind of haters from the different platforms making comments, right? Did you see one of them was a substance abuse counselor? The horror. Oh my goodness. How the fuck can you, the majority, a lot of the women that you fucking people on your fucking hate pages and your people that are there watching and following, a lot of those women may be, you know, using substances, or that's probably why you're laughing at them, or may have had their lives, you know, impacted by substance abuse, and there the fuck you are, a fucking substance abuse counselor in a recovery center on a hate page? Watching all these motherfuckers just like you tearing these women down. Shame. Shame. Shame on you. Anyways. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, and mental health. Yeah, substance abuse, recovery. How the fuck are they going to recover when they find out that the person trying to help them recover is on a fucking hate page, judging people that live the same circumstances as the people that are trying to fucking recover? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. You should have never put your target on me. You should have never done that. You should have never done that. You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. Because if I start really talking about this, the more and more and more, America needs to really look at how pages like that are targeting poor whites and Hispanics. They're not gonna stream a black woman because they're too afraid that they'll get their asses handed to them by Black America. Because white on black hate is like, you know, we've already been through that. And that's the problem with white on brown hate and white on white privilege on white poor hate. Nobody thinks that that's a big deal because the big deal has always been white on black hate. But these bitches think that it's okay to be hating on the poorest of their demographic with the least amount of, you know, opportunities in their life. Let's just laugh at them so that we can feel better about our shitty, miserable lives. And let's go ahead and target Mexicans too, but let's not do it to the blacks because the blacks will come over here and hand our asses to us. Yeah. Esther Torres says that's why they have peers working in the field now. People who have been there like that. I work as a peer at a women's recovery home. Thank you for doing that, Esther. Thank you for doing that. But can you imagine having somebody that can you imagine being on social media, you know, you're trying to, you know, you're in a recovery group, you know, and all of a sudden you see this fucking bitch. Because now she's a bitch. Because what the fuck are you doing on a fucking hate page making fun of somebody who literally mirrors and has a parallel life to mine? And I'm here trying to recover, and you're on a hate page making fun alongside all these other fucking bitches. And men, some of them, they're bitches too. Making fun of women who are living my same kind of circumstances, and I'm here going to you trying to recover, and you're here on a page like that. Ew. That's unethical. That's unethical. Yeah. I don't know the last known address that I have, and please don't even talk about Sarah Parker's there saying to KK, well, isn't it illegal to be putting information? Shut the fuck up after everything y'all done to me. I'll be waiting to get served. You won't. You're not gonna fucking serve me. And no, doxing is one thing. It's different. Are you kidding? Why the fuck do you think that I took out her address, you dumb ass Sarah Parker? For real. It's like I didn't put your address, and you're in the Dallas area. Go file your police report. Go, so they can tell you exactly what I told you here. Please. You've dealt with one of them, you've dealt with all of them. Anyways, Sheila Bailey says, like, tearing down women for their looks and so, yes. And then they want to be all booty hurt because they're like, you know, they're like, ooh, look at her fat arms, right? Ooh, look at her fat arms. Or distorting images of me to make me look like bigger than I actually am and stuff like that, and making fun of my rumply dumply ass with all my cellulite. And it's like, bitches, are you serious? And then you're gonna get booty hurt when I point out that those same people that are saying that shit have those fucking noses. Look all haggard when they're younger than me. But I'm supposed to allow you to degrade me. I'm supposed to allow privileged white women in America talk shit about me as a Mexican woman. No fucking way. No fucking way. Maybe in the lifetimes and the errors of your grandmas and grandmamas and mothers, maybe then. Not this fucking Mexican. Not this Mexican. This Mexican is going to say, what the fuck are you doing talking shit about me when you have that big old nose? I am. What are you doing talking shit about people when you literally look 15 years older than you actually are? What are you doing? What are you doing? Anyway, thank you so much. All right. And you know, let me go ahead and end this video. First of all, thank you so much. I really need your prayers. I really need your prayers. I really need your prayers. I really do. I really do. I got my rosary and everything because it's really important what I'm going to do today, right? All right. But I'm going to go ahead and end this with, it's so fucking embarrassing that I have to, you know, it is so embarrassing. I'm going to repeat it. It's so embarrassing that I have to survive Ofelia Moreno. It is so embarrassing that I have to survive the likes of fucking KK and fucking Sarah Parker. Like, I have enough trying to make sure that I do not go and delve into the deepest of depression, right? And that I show a joyful life, because the happiness of the mother is the most important thing in the outcome of a child's life. Period. Right? I'm here surviving people in fucking power. I'm here surviving vindictive prosecutions. And here I am. Part of my fucking story is surviving these fucking clowns. These sister cousin fucking clowns. This fucking clown from my fucking county. You know? I hate that. Because in all of the serious posts, in between, you know, all of them, there's gonna be these where I'm surviving literal fucking clowns with fucking Joker energy, low IQ, mad at themselves, just dumbasses. You know, but whatever. Anyway, I love y'all so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love y'all. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Bye. And if you all were ever affected, you know, by these fucking mean white sister cousins, let me show. Just go look at KK. And go look at Sarah Parker. That's what they turned into. That shit. I mean, you know? Whatever makes you feel better, as long as you're not hurting anybody. And don't be saying, well, you go around hurting people. Like one hater came last night. Well, you say mean things about people. Bitch, I survived you too. It's always the ones that I fucking survived because they came to try to destroy me that are the ones that are crying the loudest in the world about how Vanessa Tijerina is so mean. Are you kidding me? Please. Anyways, I love y'all so much. Thank you, thank you. I don't know. Let me just block this one right here. Block. It's that simple. It's that simple. Okay. Thank you. Yes, yes, Narek. Yes, fuck them all. Fuck them all. Right? It doesn't even fucking matter. What matters, I've already stated what matters. And what doesn't matter, well, I'm dealing with that shit too. All right? I'll survive. I'll survive everything that doesn't matter. I will survive everything that doesn't fucking matter. That's going to be part of my legacy. Not only does she have to survive people in power, and she had this real serious thing where she had to be her own hero in many heroes' journeys at the same time because they just kept coming at her. But on top of that, she had to survive this fucking American trash. Anyway, thank you so much. Bye. I see you, Stella Frazier's about the ranch. Thank you, thank you. And one more time. Hug. Hey, Kristen, I see you. Y'all be safe and keep warm. Bye.